love Apple.
I've just never used it.
I know, you're more of a PC guy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know everything about, but it's-
Well, I'll call to order the governing board meeting. If I can ask Mr. Frutos to lead us in the flag salute. Everybody please stand.
Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Correction, or addition, that I called the meeting to order at 5 p.m. Thank you. Let it be noted that all governing board members are present. Audience notification of audio taping, streaming, and recording for open session. Approval of agenda. It is recommended that governing board approve the agenda of the January 13th, 2025 governing board meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Shedd. I'm sorry, Ms. Estrada.
Yes.
And second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Shedd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Discussion? No. Motion passes 5-0. Move on to the governing board comments. We'll start with Mr. Jensen today.
oh, thank you. Now that you said that, there it is. I wanted to thank all the principals and those at the schools for putting together their school accountability scorecards. I was going through those, and it was great for me to be able to see some of the history and some of the hard work that everybody's put in to put those together. So thank you for your great work there. I wanted to thank the students who have attended this evening to give their report on student ambassadors. I'm greatly looking forward to hearing what you have to say, and I'm looking forward to this being a, continued success for our district. So thank you so much for being here and spending your time with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Estrada.
I just wanted to wish everyone, I hope everyone had a wonderful and well-rested holiday season. Happy New Year, and thank you to all the students, parents, and faculty and staff that are here today to support our student ambassadors. You guys always put in the work, and it's really amazing to see you guys, and we're looking forward to your presentation. Thank you so much.
Shedd.
Thank you. I want to thank all the sites for the wonderful holiday programs. I was so thrilled at each site. Everybody did something different. They had kids from pre-K, little 4-year-olds, all the way up through the 8th graders. And there was singing and band and symphonies and orchestras and all kind of things. And the programs were very diverse. Some of the programs had children introducing them from 2 or 3 different languages, which I was really happy to see the appreciation of culture, the diverse culture in our community. There were, let's see, so many things. A couple of things. I went to I have twins that are at Emory, and they're 3 years old. And the teacher arranged for a read with your parent. And I went with my daughter-in-law because my son had to work. And we were leaving, and through the office, and there were children singing from Buena Park Middle School, and they were accompanied by their teacher with a guitar. And I thought it was very nice because a lot of time the office people, they're answering phones, they're helping parents who are coming in with issues. They can't go and see the event. So I thought that was really nice to include them. Another thing I thought was extra fun was Fori had, their singers had props in their pockets. And so at the appropriate time, they were singing, and they'd bring out bells to ring, or a sign that they had made, they'd bring it out, or put on a funny hat or something like that. It just was a fun surprise. And then another thing, we went to Pendleton, And they had a family literacy night. And that was very different. I mean, they're the international baccalaureate school, right? But they had, when you walked in, there was a passport for the kids. They had made little passports. There's a picture for everybody, a boarding ticket, and an itinerary. And you went to different classrooms to see different countries. I just went to two. I went to Paris and China. And the teachers would have a book pertaining to that area, and then they would read a part of it and then present a game. And then the fun thing was that the games were diverse. They could be used for younger kids or older kids, depending on how you used it. But it was something that they played there as a family. And then at the end of that visit to that area, you could take the game home with you and then play with it for the 2 weeks during break. I said, well, it's genius, you know? It's always, you always want to have, what can I do for my kids during the break that's educational, you know? I thought that was fantastic. And there were just so many things. I don't want to start mentioning things, but it was wonderful to see. And I am also excited for the report of the ambassadors tonight. So I want to thank the teachers for all their work. I'm so thankful and proud of the rich culture that we provide for our students and their families here at our district. And thanks to the parents, thanks to the teachers for preparing it, even the custodians who set up all those chairs. I mean, it was just a big group effort. So it was wonderful, and it made a wonderful time before the holidays, and I really appreciated it. So that's my report.
Thank you. Mr. Frutos.
Thank you, Brother Strong. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Happy New Year. With so much happening going on right now, there's a lot of devastation out there. My thoughts and prayers are with all those families and children that are going through difficult times. Life, sometimes gets in front of us, but it's how we move forward and we persevere and look at it from a different perspective. So I'm thankful for us being able to have something at the moment, but sometimes we're still affected indirectly by what's happening somewhere else, because we may know somebody or somebody knows somebody that's there. So any type of support that we can give out, I'd be glad to give it out, and they can come reach out to us and see how we can help out. But with that being said, Happy New Year. Thank you for being here. The winter break was amazing. Hopefully everybody is recharged and had a chance to spend time with the family and kind of, gear up for the 2025 remainder of the 25 school year. But there was a lot happening. I do want to thank the Education Foundation, Giving Children Hope, for their generous donations for the toy drive that we had for our 5 elementary schools, where the students were able to select some toys and go home with some toys. We made it a memorable experience for them, as they were able to select toys that they wanted to take home, not something that was just given to them. So that was pretty neat. We also had the coat and shoe drive that also helped out some families with providing coats and shoes during this winter season. As Ms. Shedd mentioned, the literacy night at Pendleton was amazing. It was great to walk through the using our passports, going to different countries and learning a little bit more about that country through literacy. So that was really neat. I had an amazing time with my daughter as we were going through the different countries and reading different books. Also had a time, some quality time at Whitaker, where I had some PBIS intervention where they had a pizza party for perfect attendance. I had an opportunity to sit down with the kiddos and just talk, and as they ate and have conversations. So that was great quality time being spent with the youth there. And also I want to thank our staff with our food distribution that is happening once a month. It's amazing how many families we have fed, and we continue to feed and provide the food assistance where it's needed. And I'm just very grateful for our district to be able to provide such nourishment for those that may need it, additional nourishment. So thank you for our staff, thank you to everybody putting together. I know some of our ambassadors were there participating with the distribution, our families. So thank you for that. And then lastly, I just do look forward to the ambassador program and their report, because I've seen it from the ground up, and I've seen how hard all the students and teachers have been working for you to be here today. So with that being said, that concludes my report.
Thank you.
I also want to say Happy New Year, Year of the Snake. So this is the year for all the snakes to celebrate. That sounds kind of bad, but no. I'm excited. Thank you everyone for being here today. We're excited to kind of hear from our leaders, our ambassadors. So I think in front of us represents one of our best when it comes to showcasing. So welcome students. Also, Happy New Year again to our staff. This usually marks the halfway mark. So first half of our season is over. Second half is about to begin. So usually it's about finishing strong. So I hope our staff is able to be rejuvenated and ready to go. Our students finishing strong to our finish line here. And we have a lot more to be done. And so I look forward to working together to, get the success that is what Buena Park does. So I want to just throw out a couple of things like shout out, for example, to I heard our preschool ran a very successful 2-week program over break. Sometimes preschool doesn't get love often, but I'm going to give them a shout out. So shout out to our preschool team. Amazing job. I think coming up this Thursday, a spelling bee at the Buena Park Middle School. That's for our 4th through 8th grade students starting at 4 o'clock. And I think we always have a very competitive spelling challenge. I'm horrible at spelling, so I'm not going to even consider that. But good luck to all our students that participate. And then our student athletes, this Saturday is our Superintendent's Cup for soccer for our 3rd through 5th grade students at Buena Park High School. So I think starting at 12:30, I believe, opening ceremony. So I'm looking forward really to see our student athletes representing their schools very strong. So that's gonna be really fun. If you have nothing to do, or even if you're busy, try to make time to come out. It's always a really awesome event to see our students do that. And again, I also agree with Mr. Frutos. Our prayers to our neighbors up north, LA County, and just, as this season of thankfulness and gratefulness happens, to maintain that kind of attitude, because sometimes you don't know what you don't miss until it's gone or things happen like that. So it's tragic, but hopefully we can, better together and work together to help all that are affected. And that's my report, Dr. Lee.
Yes, good evening, President Chong, Governing Board of Trustees, our Buena Park School District staff, our principal, middle school principals, students and families. Thank you for joining us here tonight, and guests, welcome. Happy New Year, 2025. As a child, my mom used to make me do New Year resolutions. So I think it's ingrained in me to think back at 2024 and think of all the things that we've done to truly uplift this district, and looking forward to 2025, with just having a strong positive start. As much as we want to start off with a very positive note, we cannot ignore what's happening around us. Just to echo our board members, our thoughts and prayers going out to those affected by the fires. Here in Orange County, we may be looking out to see, the air quality and how we can also protect our students from some of the effects. But there are some that are impacted in the most tragic way. And so we want to be mindful of those around us and be able to offer support when we can. So my heart just goes out to those affected. And we do have family members and staff affected by the fires who not necessarily living here in Orange County, but know someone close to them who are affected. I want to say I'm looking forward to science camp. Being a former middle school teacher for over a decade, it's ingrained in me to look forward to one time in a school year where you can get away from a campus and learn outdoors. I can't wait to join you for one day. If you just watch out for an old lady trying to do some of the hikes or be outdoorsy with you, but I can't wait to join you up at Pali Institute. Thank you to our dedicated staff, because I know without the staff, we can't do these overnight trips. And it takes a lot for a district to coordinate this, but we make it happen because we value the importance of outdoor learning. Also, I'm very proud to be a part of a district that understands that this is an opportunity. I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but we provide 100% of the funding for this to happen. I think that's unique of a district to have the foresight to see that regardless of financial means, that this experience is not only something that we prioritize, but that equity is important for all kids to be able to access this experience. I also want to also mention the Superintendent's Cup. I am so excited. I can't believe I have an event named after me. I just can't get over that. Just seeing what comes about, days of practice, and the hard work kids put in. I can't even replicate like the face expressions of the kids who not only make these fancy moves that I can't keep up with, but just the thrill and excitement of the day being out there with your peers, regardless of the win, which we know we want, we want that trophy. It's really the outdoor experience, once again, being with our school alikes. So seeing Pendleton with Gilbert, seeing Emory go against, Whitaker, and the crowd that comes with the event. My goodness, to have the community come out and cheer for our students in a high school stadium. There's nothing like it. Did I say enough words to kind of want y'all to come out this Saturday? Because it's going to be so much fun. And we want to make sure we thank our PE teachers, because our PE teachers are the ones to be able to kind of put best foot forward, no pun intended, best foot forward in modeling some of the true mindsets for learning as we're kind of going through not only the importance of the sport, but sportsmanship. Last but not least, on behalf of the Education Foundation, I want to let you know that we have a fun event coming up called Quarter Mania on February 22nd. Proceeds go to exciting events such as the Superintendent's Cup and the Choir Festival. So with that, I conclude my superintendent's report.
Thank you. We'll move on to recognitions. Dr. Lee.
Yes, happy Governing Board Recognition Month. School Board. I don't know. Let me try that again. Governing School Board Recognition Month. This month we celebrate our school board members. I do want to take the time, because I wrote it, a little something about each school board member, and I promise I did not chat GPT this one. This one came from the heart. I don't know if the audience or the guests on YouTube know how blessed our district is to have governing board members who signed up for the right thing. We have a golden gavel to show for it, and I have bragging rights for 1 full year, so I'm going to use it every opportunity I get. Students, did you know that our governing board won an award called the Golden Gavel? It's recognized by the state, and only one district in the state of California gets honored. And our board got honored in the month of December with the Golden Gavel. So can we just show appreciation with a round of applause from the audience? Yes. I'm gonna make them feel very uncomfortable here, because I'm gonna be saying some words to highlight each board member and some of your strengths, starting with the President Jason Chung. Your educational lens is invaluable. Due to your experiences, you see our efforts from an internal lens, and you understand what our staff goes through. You advocate for providing top quality education, staying innovative, and you stand for the true work on behalf of kids. I'm very fortunate to have a board member who understands the work, the data, and knows what's important to push for. Thank you for always taking time to be the cheerleader for our staff and feel the pride of our student accomplishments. You are a true leader in our field. Mrs. Rhodia Shedd. Rhodia, your experiences in education as a teacher, an instructional aide, and a parent volunteer provide a comprehensive view of all of our efforts. You are so grounded in your core values that represent what the district values are. You believe in staying true to our course in the most respectful way. Your advocacy in student needs, especially special education, comes as an asset to our district. You are loved by all those around you, and that's not surprising considering the love you have for our students, staff, and parents. This is in random order, by the way. Mr. Jerry Frutos, you are a force. From advocating on behalf of the district's greatest needs in Washington, D.C. every year, spearheading a toy drive during the holidays, networking across local agencies and our neighboring districts, also networking with global partners, you do this all to bring wealth to Buena Park School District. You herald our achievements, and your hard work in this district does not go unrecognized. A brief story about Mr. Frutos that I heard over break, that as he was doing a toy drive, he realized one student did not get a toy. So he goes out and personally buys one and brings it back to the school. That says a lot about our board member. Ms. Brenda Estrada, you are one of the most caring people I know. You never forget a situation to come back a week later to ask, how is the staff doing and the students that are involved, how are they doing? You continually advocate for our students, especially the most in need and marginalized. You serve as a role model for many of our students, and you show what you can accomplish when you do hard work. You represent and fight for what's right, and you protect this seat so we can do what we do. And to our newest member of our board, Mr. Michael Jensen, I welcome you and already see the assets you bring to the table. Your views on professional development are very refreshing because you don't believe in a one-time, one-size-fits-all approach. Your views align with our efforts to prioritize instructional coaching. Your approach with technology in an ever-changing world aligns with our views on valuing and pursuing skills and mindsets for learning, such as resilience and perseverance, along with learning how to navigate the changing world rather than the shiny. So with that, I just wanted to make sure I added something very heartfelt. I am blessed to work with a board that's very cohesive. And once again, your intent is to serve this community, our students, our parents, as well as our staff. We do have organizations that would like to come up at this time and share their gratitude. And we're going to go ahead and start with our Buena Park Management Association.
President Chong, Board Member Shed, Board Member Jensen, Board Member Estrada, and Board Member Frutos. You might wonder why we chose this unique gift for you, which she'll be handing out in a second. Well, both a charcuterie board and a successful school board share several similarities in their composition and function. Diversity and components. A charcuterie board features a variety of meats, cheeses, fruits, nuts, and spreads, offering a range of flavors and textures. Similarly, a successful school board comprises diverse members with different backgrounds, skills, and perspectives, contributing to a well-rounded decision-making process. Collaboration and balance. Just as the elements on a charcuterie board must be balanced to create an appealing presentation and taste, a successful school board must work collaboratively, ensuring that all voices are heard and that decisions balance the needs of students, staff, and the community. Presentation matters. A visually appealing charcuterie board attracts attention and invites enjoyment. Likewise, a well-organized and transparent school board communicates effectively with stakeholders, fostering trust and engagement within the community. Adaptability. Ingredients on a charcuterie board can be adjusted based on seasonality or dietary preferences. Similarly to how a school board must adapt to changing educational needs, policies, and community feedback to remain effective. Purposeful assembly. Each item on a charcuterie board is chosen for a reason, whether for flavor, aesthetics, or nutritional value. In the same way, members of a school board are selected for their expertise and commitment to enhancing the educational environment, ensuring that decisions support the overall mission of the schools. Both a charcuterie board and a successful school board thrive on diversity, collaboration, adaptability, and purpose, leading to a satisfying and effective outcome. Although January is Board Appreciation Month, have no doubt that the Buena Park Management Organization appreciates you during every month. So we would like to present our amazing board to our amazing board. Thank you.
And the card on top says, "Thank you for being a board of distinction."
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, President Stephanie Williamson and Vice President Madeline Morrison. Okay. I would like to invite up BPTA. Would you like to say a few words? Thank you, Carol Bright, President, and we have Cindy Flores.
Good evening, distinguished members of the school board, esteemed colleagues, and honored guests. It is both a privilege and a pleasure to stand before you today on behalf of BPTA to express our deepest gratitude for the hard work, dedication, and leadership you all demonstrate in your roles as school board members. Each of you has a unique and important responsibility to steer our district in the right direction, making decisions that will have a lasting impact on our students, our schools, and our community as a whole. We know that the choices you make are never easy, and the demands of your position are often underappreciated. Yet you have continually shown up for our students, our educators, and our community, working tirelessly to ensure that we have the resources and support necessary to provide an exceptional education. We appreciate your commitment to making thoughtful, informed decisions that are grounded in the needs of our students. Whether it's advocating for vital funding, supporting critical programs, or navigating the complexities of educational policy, your leadership plays an essential role in shaping the future of our schools. We also recognize that your role is not just about policy, but about people. Time and again, you have shown an unwavering commitment to our teachers, administrators, and school staff, understanding that the work we do in the classroom, on the playground, and throughout the school day is the foundation upon which the success of our students rests. Your efforts to create an environment where we can thrive as educators directly translates to the growth and success of the young minds we work with every day. We are grateful for your steadfast support in ensuring that educators have the tools, the resources, and the respect needed to do our jobs effectively. We also want to acknowledge the work that goes on behind the scenes, the hours of meetings, the difficult conversations, and the challenging decisions you face. The success of our schools is not built on one person or one group, but by all of us working together toward a shared vision. We appreciate your ongoing efforts to listen to our concerns, to engage in dialogue, and to always strive for what's best for our students and the community. BPTA deeply values the unique contributions each of you brings to our district. Your dedication and passion have a profound impact on our community, and we want to take a moment to express our gratitude for your commitment to education. Trustee Shedd, your extensive educational experience, both as a certificated and credentialed educator, is greatly appreciated by our members. Your ability to view challenges from multiple perspectives provides invaluable insight and helps address the diverse struggles within education. Trustee Chong, your leadership experience in the neighboring Fullerton Elementary School District has been an incredible asset. The perspective you bring enriches our efforts to help the community and district achieve its full potential. Your passion for education and unwavering dedication to students are evident in every report you present. Trustee Frutos, your perspective as a parent of current students is essential and brings an authentic connection to the decisions that you make. Your advocacy ensures that the needs of all of our students are thoughtfully considered. Trustee Estrada, your enthusiasm for our community and commitment to our students truly stands out. It has been a joy to witness your growth and dedication as a board member, and we are inspired by your energy and vision. Trustee Jensen, your willingness to engage with the community in a leadership capacity is appreciated. We are excited to see you work collaboratively with the team to further progress of our school district and its positive impact on the community. Thank you all for your steadfast dedication to the success of our students educators, and community. Your leadership makes a difference, and BPTA looks forward to continuing this journey together. As we look ahead, we are excited to continue working with you as partners. Together, we can build on the progress we've made and continue to advocate for the policies and resources that will allow our schools to reach their full potential. With your leadership and our collective efforts, we can face the challenges of tomorrow and ensure that our schools remain places of opportunity, growth, and excellence for all students. In closing, on behalf of BPTA's members, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your tireless work, your commitment to our students and community, and your unwavering support of education. We are proud to work alongside you to build a brighter future for all of our students. Thank you.
Thank you.
We would like to invite up Lori Cannon representing CSEA.
Evening. I'm just going to be short and simple. I just want to tell you all that thank you for all you do and how much I appreciate everything you do and the appreciation of CSEA and the board working together and working forward. But thank you.
Thank you also to Alyssa, who serves on the board. Okay, this concludes this item. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It is very hard for us to hear those words. We appreciate everybody. We're only as strong as all our people out there doing all the great work. So thank you everyone for your kind words and thoughts. As a board, we are just grateful to have each other and to continue this work. We'll continue our best to do what's best for our district. Now, what's really important, we're moving on to a programs report, Student Ambassador Program, Dr. Lee.
We are building a strong foundation for student success, and tonight is about highlighting one of the many ways we amplify student voice through advocacy, building up leadership skills, while providing opportunities to apply them alongside communication skills. This evening, we are proud to spotlight our Student Ambassador Program. It's an initiative that reflects the very heart of our school's mission to develop well-rounded, engaged learners who are prepared to lead with confidence and empathy. Through this program, we have seen the firsthand power of student leadership, from improved engagement in school activities to enhanced teamwork and communication skills. Our student ambassadors are setting an inspiring example for their peers. They are learning to lead with compassion, advocate for others, and contribute meaningfully to our school's vibrant culture. Here to present the initiative is Director Madeline Morrison and Kate Strauss, our communication lead, who have taken this program to another level and put their own heart and passion to make this program something they too can be a part of.
Good evening, Board President Chong, our Governing Board of Trustees, Superintendent Lee, Cabinet, and everyone here tonight in the district audience and the audience. My name is Madeline Morrison. I am the Director of Student and Community Services for the district, and this is Kate Strauss, and she takes care of district media and communications. Thank you for giving us the opportunity today to tell you about the Middle School Ambassador Program.
The mission of this program is to empower At Promise students with the essential leadership skills of communication, collaboration, and problem solving through mentorship, team building, and student-led projects. Our program fosters confidence, personal growth, and a commitment to civic engagement by encouraging students to address real-world challenges and create positive change within their schools and communities. The heart of the Ambassador Program centers around our amazing students who have the potential to shine as leaders in their communities. We are intentional about creating a safe space where each story, voice, and perspective is not only valuable, but essential. Students come to realize that their ideas are important to the conversation, and they learn how to both listen to ideas and communicate their own. The activities around active listening and public speaking have been some of the most impactful. With the Ambassador Program, the personal impact and the community impact go hand in hand. As students become empowered to share their voices and their stories, and as they gain the leadership and communication skills to go with them, they discover that they have everything they need to create a meaningful contribution to the community.
Why do we have this program? The Ambassador Program evolved from a district priority to elevate and amplify student voices and student agency. Each middle school selected 20 to 25 students representing all grade levels and groups on campus. Chosen by the principal and counselor recommendations, these students show promise as rising leaders whose voices represent an important constituency. We develop and host 4 retreats per year here at the district office in this boardroom as special off-campus events with breakfast and lunch courtesy of our nutritional services team. This work is done in concert with our wonderful middle school counselors, Ashley Riffstall and Jody Rodingius, who is joining us live right now. These 2 amazing women continue to meet with the students every week between retreats, and we support their efforts however they need. The Ambassador Program included a partnership with author and motivational speaker, Dr. Victor Rios, and his colleagues at Scholar System, who spent a day with the students at the first of these retreats last year, building student leadership capacity and confidence. This year, Scholar System representatives conducted a workshop at the beginning of each retreat, and then Kate and I spent the rest of the day facilitating lessons and activities around leadership and communication skills, focusing on active listening and public speaking, and discussing important issues designated by the students. The students also learn to apply these skills to become advocates for equity and positive change, developing their own take action projects to create a real world impact on their schools and communities.
How does the Take Action Project work, and how does it impact the community? The Take Action Project is the culmination of this program, where students apply their leadership to real-world situations. At the retreat last May, we conducted a needs assessment with the students and discovered that bullying was by far the students' most significant concern. The students agreed that they wanted to implement a Take Action Project this year to address the issue. And what better way to use their new leadership skills than to lead dialogues in their own classrooms about bullying? The students selected their favorite bullying-related activities based on the ones we've done together in their retreats. And we're in the process of preparing the students to go into classrooms in teams and lead anti-bullying conversations. With the Take Action Project, students get to put their confidence into practice, using their active listening and public speaking skills to make a positive impact on their school communities. A project like their anti-bullying initiative has a lasting ripple effect on the climate of each of the middle schools because every student becomes part of the conversation, sharing their own thoughts and engaging in this important dialogue. We're looking forward to implementing the next phase of this program as well in the spring and collaborating with community partners to expand this conversation even further.
When will all of these events take place? In February, we will have a retreat on February 6th when students will be put into small groups and learn how to read these dialogues in their classes. February 20th will be the day of dialogue for Buena Park Middle School, and February 27th, the Day of Dialogue for Beatty. These students will also be leading new student tours and new family tours throughout the spring. The final retreat and celebration will be on April 27th. Invitations coming. This is a multi-year program with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders mentoring one another and adding layers of confidence and skills as they enter year 2 and year 3 of the program. We've asked some students from the Ambassador Program, 5 from each school here tonight, to offer their own perspectives on this program and the experience of being in it. Okay, ambassadors, are you ready?
Hi, my name is Alexis, and I'm a sixth grader at Beatty. I became an ambassador because people saw potential in me. I've learned that everyone in this group can make an impact in our schools and communities.
I'm Mateo. I'm a seventh grader at Buena Park Middle School. In this program, everyone really listens to what we have to say. I want to be a leader and use my voice to make a positive difference at my school.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm in the 8th grade at Beatty. I enjoy learning skills like active listening and public speaking. This program has made me help me become more confident, and I also enjoy going off campus to talk about more important issues.
Hi, I'm Omar. I'm in the 7th grade at Buena Park Middle School. I've become more comfortable talking to people. It's freeing to speak up about my opinion and feelings.
My name is Noel and I'm a seventh grader at Beatty. This program gives me a safe place to talk about different issues, and I've met other students that I can relate to. It's also great having friends from other schools.
Hi, my name is Kylie. I'm a sixth grader from Buena Park Middle School. This experience has been very powerful for me because we can talk to each other on a deeper level. My goal is for everyone to feel included at school.
I'm Emma. I'm a seventh grader at Beatty. I feel more confident than I did before. I have learned how to project my voice and to be loud. I really like making a difference with what's happening in our school.
I am Juliet. I am a seventh grader at Buena Park Middle School. I want to make school more welcoming for everyone, no matter who they are. Everyone deserves to know that they have a place in school.
Hi, my name is Benson, and I'm a seventh grader at Beatty Middle School, and I plan to take these. Sorry. And I plan to take this experience to high school and college and use my leadership skills. There's so much I can do, and I think I can really make an impact wherever I go.
Hi, I'm Leilani, and I'm a sixth grader at Buena Park Middle School. I want to recruit incoming students to become ambassadors because it's fun, helps you learn new skills, and meet new people. Next month, we're going to lead some meaningful conversations in the classes at our schools about bullying.
We want to show you a quick activity that demonstrates the effects of bullying that we will be sharing with our classmates.
Mateo, can you please hold this plate?
Okay, Alexis, can you please squeeze some toothpaste onto the tray? Onto the plate?
Oh, wait, Alexis, sorry, you weren't supposed to do that. Can you please put the toothpaste back in the tube?
It looks like Alexis can't put the toothpaste back into the tube.
This activity is kind of like bullying. Melanie, why do you think this toothpaste activity is like bullying?
Because you can't take back hurtful words once you say them. No matter how much you wish you could, you can't.
And the person being bullied is stuck with those words and how words made them feel.
It's hard for the bystanders too because they can speak up, get help, and reach out, but they can't really fix it. This next activity focuses on the lasting impact of hurtful words or actions on all of us. We would like to invite anyone who wants to participate to do so.
Under your chair, or on your desk, you should have a cutout heart and a pen.
On this heart, if you want to participate, please write down words or actions that have hurt you in the past.
These words or actions could be from yesterday or from years ago. Please know that no one will see this writing except you. Go ahead and write these words now.
Now we're going to see what these words or actions do to us. Go ahead and crumple up your papers like this.
Now go ahead and open your crumble heart back up again like this. We can never truly fix the hurt that bullying does to us. It's something that everyone who has ever been hurt or bullied has in common.
Our goal with activities like these is to start important conversations with our classmates and around our schools that spark recognition, empathy, and action.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation about the Ambassador Program.
Thank you. I think what you're sharing is not just for kids, but I think adults sometimes need to listen and hear what you're sharing. This world definitely needs some more lessons on what hurtful words can do. So thank you for demonstrating that. Thank you for being leaders on your campus and being here tonight to share. We have the best students that speak so eloquently. Like they put to words what I think adults sometimes can't even do. So I appreciate again each one of you and sharing your words, your unique words. Benson, I mess up way too much more, so don't worry. You did an awesome job. Trust me, you watch videos. I mess up all the time. So thank you everyone for being here. You guys were amazing today.
So how many ambassadors are there at each site? Are we looking to grow that, or is there a cap? What are we looking at? Excellent. Thank you.
I just have a comment. I remember when the program first started and how all over the place and not paying attention. And I mean, the group is so poised and so you command attention today. And I'm so proud of the change, the transition that you guys have made. And it means that you've put in the time and that your counselors have put in the time with you. And so I appreciate your efforts and it shows. Thank you for both of you guys investing into yourselves and who you are and what you can do, and to the counselors also. Thank you.
I just want to tell everybody, you guys did a fantastic job. As Ms. Shedd mentioned, I've also I've seen the program from the ground up. So I've seen the progress as, the months have gone on and the development of the program and your development in the program as well. So to Ms. Rouse, to everybody working with this program, it's amazing. I just hearing you speak, and Benson, by the way, that happens to me all the time. So don't even worry about it. It's normal, but the thing is, we did it here as a group, as a family, and it stayed here. So we should never be embarrassed about that. Life happens, it happens, but it happens to everybody, right? So you compose yourself very well, and that's part of it, right? So in a second notice, you, in instant, you made it much better, right? So you realize, so don't let that get to you. You guys, everybody did an amazing job. Counselors, thank you for all the work that you've been putting in together, in your selection and, having the students be brought up here. So thank you for all the work that you've done.
Yeah, just to add, like you guys mentioned, impacting community, something special inside of yourselves, making difference at school, inclusion, welcoming. Those are like the most important things to learn as an adult to make you successful in your life. And it's not about math, ELA, history. I mean, those are very important subjects, but to make you a successful human being in this world, I think those are things that you guys all share today. That's from your hearts, your own words. And I think that's awesome that you guys come up with that with your own selves, because that's not easy sometimes for people to recognize and reflect on. So thank you for that. Definitely.
I'm trying to take out the wrinkles of my heart and I can't do that. And I think this was a perfect way of showing what hurtful words leave behind. It's no matter how much I strive to right now make this heart straight again, I can't get it back to the way it was. And for the person who's, was squeezing out the toothpaste, you were showing on the giver's end, even if you have regret and you want to scoop it out and fix the situation, you just showed us how difficult that was. And someone mentioned a bystander. I love that. You're seeing someone struggle to repair something back. You want to help, but you too don't have the solution. So thank you for showing it to us literally with a tube of toothpaste and a paper, knowing that that this represents people, right? And what we can do to each other if we are not mindful of the things we say. Thank you.
I just wanted to go ahead and thank you, Leilani, for not just thinking about what you can do now, but also what you can do in the future and how you could take the ambassador program even into college. Thank you.
Thank you. And this would be a great time if you'd like to now excuse and go celebrate with some food or ice cream or something that you can tell your parents or people to treat you out to. But we'll take a minute break to let everyone, if they want to, take the time to step out. This is a good chance for you to do that. Take a picture of all the family. We should. We'll go take a picture together.
Yeah.
Julian, so I'll go together. Take a picture. Sorry.
And take a, if
Okay,
we
I
can
guys
get the
wanna take a picture
governing board to
together? Let's go take a picture.
take a picture alongside our students.
We're gonna take a picture over there together with everybody. If you want.
Or you want us to follow?
Okay, right over here, everybody.
Transition from 2 years ago. Just amazing.
Thanks, Trey.
Yes. Yes.
You want us over there or here?
Oh. Can you get everybody? Okay. Thank you.
And then there were like none. That's awesome. That's all good. That's all good. We'll move on to a hearing session. The audience members may request to address the board on an item on or off the agenda per board bylaw 9323. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the governing board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board limits the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. The total time allowed for public comment shall be 30 minutes. Audience members wishing to address the board during the hearing session of the agenda should fill out a request to address the governing board form and turn it into the executive assistant prior to the board holding the session. We have any comments? None at this time. Moving on to the approval of minutes, approval of the December 16th, 2024 regular meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Action calendar. We have the first one, an interdistrict transfer request 2425 VA-IS1. Dr. Lee,
It is recommended that the governing board uphold the denial of the inter-district transfer request.
thank you. Do I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos.
Second.
Second, Mrs. Shed. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any discussion? No. Discussion before, or do I do after? Before I say any favor, yeah. Where's Benson? Look at that. All right, motion passes 5-0. Authorization to solicit requests for proposals for transportation services. Dr. Lee?
The district requires transportation services to accommodate additional routes to alternative programs and further locations. Given the anticipated cost of this effort, it is expected to exceed the minimum contract threshold. It is recommended that the governing board authorize staff to solicit requests for proposals for transportation services.
Thank you.
A motion.
Any motion? Thank you, Ms. Shed. Thank you, Ms. Estrada. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to approval of the 2024-2025 K-12 Strong Workforce Program Grant Award. Dr. Lee.
Yes, the Buena Park School District successfully submitted a K-12 Stronger Workforce Program Grant application titled Intersecting Pathways, Advancing CTE Through Innovation. And we have been awarded the funding in the amount of $750,000 for over 2 years.
This is a big one. This is a good one. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Fruto. Second, Mrs. Shed. Any discussion? Yeah. Again, I'm very thankful to our staff that did this work. This is a really good.
Congratulations to the grant writers. It's fantastic.
Right. Definitely. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. The approval of the publication of the 2023-24 school accountability report cards. Dr. Lee.
Since November 1988, state law has required all public schools receiving state funding to prepare and distribute a school accountability report card, or SARC. The purpose of the report card is to provide parents in the community with important information about each public school. School report cards must be updated annually and published by February 1st.
Any discussion? I think I went out of order. Any discussion? No? Yep,
Yes,
sure.
so in each of the reports, there's a section that talks about the capability and professional status of the teachers. And I had asked a question about what was, unknown, incomplete, or NA with regards to that. So I was provided an answer. I just want a little bit more detail on that. Do we know which of the three, it says unknown, incomplete, NA. My apologies for not asking this question before, but do we know which applies in this case to each school? Or how-
Right. Based on what we call CalPads, which is a system, it it auto-populates
Yeah.
it. So it's outside of a control. We're not inputting the information.
Oh, so this comes from the state, not the district?
So we use a service called a document tracking service, and so that helps us create these reports, but it pulls it from another data source, which is called CalPads. So when we contacted DTS today, Document Tracking Services, they supplied us with the 3 different categories and how they utilize it. Now, the data that you see before you was extrapolated from another system called CalPads.
So
Hopefully
then
that
do we know who falls in that category? or-
We do in the sense of when we do, for example, when we report on misassignments, we've done that in the past. I know that comes up as we have an explanation of why. Sometimes there's an internship status. Sometimes there's those working on their credentials. And so we do have those that we do publicly report out. But in terms of matching it with
Yeah.
this data is we're at the mercy of whatever CalPads provides for us.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. Anybody else? Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Strada. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Authorization to solicit requests for proposals for expanded learning opportunities program. Dr. Lee.
Yes, our district is requesting proposals for the Expanded Learning Opportunities Program in order to comply with procurement requirements in effort to provide the highest quality ELOT program. Our district would like to request interested organizations to respond with their proposals to serve our district students for esports, robotics, and web design.
Any discussion? Very exciting things, esports, robotics, web design.
Yes.
Keeping up with a lot of different things there.
I'll move.
Motion, thank you, Ms. Shed.
Second.
Second by Mr. Frutos. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Approval of the 2022-23, 23-24, and 24-25 Consolidated Application and Reporting System, CARS, Winter Data Collection. Dr. Lee.
Yes, the CARS winter data collection is approved on an annual basis. By approving the CARS winter data collection, the governing board approves the legal assurances that govern each program funded in this application and allows the authorized submission of the CARS winter data collection.
Thank you. Any discussion? There are none. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mrs. Strada. Motion by Mrs. Strada. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Approval of Buena Park Middle School and Beatty Middle School's 2024-2025 overnighter at Poly Institute. Dr. Lee.
The Pali Institute Science Camp is designed to expose students to an outdoor science experience. This trip is a 4-day, 3-night program conducted by Pali Institute located in Running Springs, California. Board Policy 6153 states that overnight trips and trips to another state require advance approval of the governing board.
Any discussion?
I just wanted to note that from a good source, camp counselor who knows this particular camp, that it's well accredited, excellent safety record, and has good, strong things in place to keep our students safe, and also has some of the best facilities in the state for this kind of camp. So I am very pleased that once again the district is sending our children to this camp and that they're getting a truly top-notch experience. So just wanted to put it out there that this, I think this is an excellent program for our students. So thank you.
And as Dr. Lee mentions, and we always know, like one of the few districts I think that we try to cover every student to go, and it's an equity access issue. And I think that's really awesome that all our students get to participate. So thank you for sharing that feedback. Any other? If not, a motion?
A motion.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. Do I have
I'll
a
second that.
Thank you. Second by Mr. Jensen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Moving to resolution number 24-11, resolution of the Board of Trustees of the Buena Park School District declaring results and certifying proceedings of school board election held on November 5th, 2024, and authorizing the district's existing Citizens Oversight Committee to serve for all district bond measures. Dr. Lee.
Yes, section 15278 of the California Education Code require that the board establish and appoint an independent citizen oversight committee with respect to the 2024 bond measure, the purpose of which shall be to inform the public concerning the expenditure of proceeds from the bond approved under the 2024 bond measure.
Any discussion? It's a resolution, so we did the roll call. Okay, did I do a motion first? Motion. Thank you, Mr. Frutos. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. And we'll go, Mr. Jensen,
Yes.
Ms. Estrada? Ms. Shed?
Yes.
Frutos?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. So motion passes 5-0, and we'll move on. Approval to purchase roofing and flooring products and services from the Garland Company, Inc. via the CMAS California Multiple Award Schedules contracts. Dr. Lee.
It is recommended that the governing board give approval to purchase roofing and flooring material supplies and services from the Garland Company, Inc. via the listed CMS contracts.
Do you have any discussion?
My apologies again. So we're piggybacking on an existing contract. So that means we are paying from our district funds as a separate entity, you know, as part of this overarching contract. And my question was around, is there a limit from the district that we're allowed to spend to Garland? I mean, it can't be, I wouldn't think it could be unlimited, but I would. It's unlimited, so somebody could write a check for $1 million to them?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
There are caveats.
Okay.
There's certain caveats. But, this was the feedback bit
Yeah.
is run by, the Department of GSA, Government Services
Yeah.
Agency. They oversee this whole feedback, so it's the state of California's feedback.
Yeah, it sounds like a great system. I mean, the better, you know, buying power you can have, you know, obviously the lower the price and hopefully the better the services. So that's, you know, I'm glad to see we're utilizing that. Thank you.
Ms. Potteet, would you like to add something?
I just wanted to say, so what we would be buying is what is specifically needed for our next roofing project.
Yeah.
So it's limited based on what budget we have available
Yeah.
and what project we're intending to do. So those are the limits that are within that, but there's no cost limit to how much you can buy within a piggyback bid.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other discussion? Do I have a motion?
A motion.
Thank you, Ms. Estrada. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Adoption of the revised Buena Park School District Governance Handbook. Dr. Lee.
Yes, the membership of the governance team has changed since the last revision of the handbook in February 2023. The governance team reviewed the revisions to the handbook at the December 16th, 2024 regular board meeting and agreed to move forward with adopting the proposed changes.
Any discussion? Aaron told us we're locked in now, like we can't make any changes. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do I have any discussion? Not, do I have a motion?
A motion.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. Thank you, Ms. Estrada. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Approval of resolution number 24-12, resolution to increase board member compensation pursuant to board bylaw 9250. Dr. Lee.
Yes, members of the district's Board of Trustees are entitled to monthly compensation for their service on the governing board. Increases to the monthly stipend may be approved annually. Prior to 2024, the governing board member stipend had remained unchanged since 2016. The district is proposing an increase in the governing board stipend of $13.23 for the 2025 calendar year.
Any discussion? So it's helpful when if you do miss meetings or anything, you don't have to pay out to attend the meeting. Yeah. Thank you for putting that in. It's a resolution. So do I have a motion first?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Frutos. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Shed. We'll go in order roll call for the resolution. Mr. Jensen?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Estrada?
Yes.
Ms. Shed?
Yes.
Mr. Frutos?
Yes.
And I'm also a yes. So resolution passes 5-0. Thank you. The consent calendar, unless a trustee has a question concerning a particular item and asks that it be withdrawn from the consent calendar, the items are approved at one time by the governing board. Do I have anybody to withdraw? Mr. Jensen?
No.
Ms. Estrada? Ms. Shad? Mr. Frutos? I don't either. I have a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Estrada. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Shedd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Information correspondence, major topics, 2025. Dr. Lee.
Yes, there are no changes to the major topics presented from the last board meeting.
Thank you. Except we have the calendar there, so. All right, we'll be going to closed session conferences with Dr. Lee, Superintendent of the Buena Park School District regarding labor relations with Buena Park Teacher Association, labor relations California School Employee Association, Chapter 569, labor relations for non-represented management confidential contract employees, public employee discipline, dismissal release, public employee performance evaluation superintendent. And we'll call this closed session at 6:10. Oh, we have to have a motion. We have a motion. Thank you, Mr. Frutos. Do I have a second? Thank you, Mrs. Estrada. I was getting too eager. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so closed session at 6:10. Okay, do we have a motion to reconvene?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Estrada. Thank you. Second by Mr. Frutos. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Governing board meeting reconvened at 8:38. There was nothing to report out of closed session. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Mr.
Second.
Frutos. Thank you. Seconded by Ms. Estrada. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Governing board meeting adjourned at 8:38.